The opposition People's National Party is calling for the resignation of the Jamaica Labour Party's George Wright to ensure that the investigation that is ongoing into the incident in which he is involved is unbiased. The opposition People's National Party is calling for the resignation of Member of Parliament for Central Westmoreland, the Jamaica Labour Party's George Wright. It is alleged that this man was caught in a video causing harm to a woman last week. In the incident, which reportedly took place along the Chester Castle Main Road in Hanover on April 6th, and which has since gone viral on social media platforms, the man, said to be Mr. Wright, can be seen causing harm to a woman. At one point, an object was used to cause harm to the upper areas of the lady. That an MP has been caught on video physically causing harm to an unidentified woman means that he should resign from his office. The opinion being shared by Donna Scott Motley, who is the spokesperson on gender affairs and justice for the People's National Party, is that the example that George Wright has set is inconsistent with his office of Member of Parliament. She also emphasized that this flies in the face of the national outcry against dangerous activities against women, and that is now quite pervasive across the island. Donna Scott Motley is also urging the Jamaica Constabulary Force to bring all resources at its disposal to immediately investigate MP Wright. Over the last few months, she stated that we have experienced an increase in dangerous activities against women and numerous accounts of women who cannot be found. This incident provides the Jamaica Constabulary Force with an opportunity to demonstrate to the Jamaican populace how seriously they take this issue, and they should use the opportunity to show that they are prioritizing the safety of Jamaican women. It was further mentioned by Donna Scott Motley that the police should proceed without fear or favor to ensure that the law takes its full course and that justice is served. Donna Scott Motley further argued that apart from the fact that they should be beyond reproach, political leaders have an important role to play in stamping out the scourge of violence which has been plaguing the nation. As the people's representatives, they must be examples of the ideal. They must commit to gender equality at all levels of society, and they must place emphasis on peaceful resolution skills and training. Donna Scott Motley also mentioned that there should be no place in the House of Representatives for an alleged person who causes harm to another. In the interim, when confronted with the embarrassing situation, many persons from the Jamaica Labour Party have issued their statements urging Mr. Wright to turn himself over to the police. Further mentioned by the Jamaica Labour Party's Dr. Horace Chang that the party is paying close attention to this matter. It was also mentioned that the party takes this issue quite seriously. He says that if there's confirmation that the Member of Parliament conducted himself as is being alleged, the consequences will be swift. As a first-term Member of Parliament, George Wright's stay in the House of Representatives could be quite short if the allegations against him are upheld. The former councillor who defeated the PNP's Dwayne Vaz in the September 3, 2020 general election will take a seat that the PNP had not lost in many decades. He has been a Member of Parliament for just about 7 months. It was only yesterday that the House Speaker had to shut down the People's National Party's challenge to suspend Member of Parliament George Wright. Speaker of the House of Representatives Marissa Dalrymple Filbert on Tuesday shut down efforts by the parliamentary opposition to move a motion to suspend the Member of Parliament for Central Westmoreland George Wright. The government lawmaker Wright is believed to have been the man who was caught on video causing harm to a woman in Hanover on April 6th. The video has so far been showcased across social media platforms. And on Monday, persons from the Jamaica Labour Party pleaded with Wright to make himself available to the police. Shortly after the House of Representatives convened on Tuesday, leader of the opposition business, Anthony Hilton, rose to his feet and indicated that he was about to move a motion for Mr. Wright to be suspended. Madam Speaker, I rise to give notice of a motion to suspend a member of this Honourable House. Hilton started without naming the man. However, he did not get to do anything else further, as he was swiftly cut off by Marissa Dalrymple Filbert, who is the Speaker of the House. To suspend a member of this honorable House in the terms, Hilton said, before he was again cut off by the Speaker, who asked for him to hold a minute. By that time, government members who were clearly not in support of the motion had started to raise their voices, prompting Dalrymple Filbert to remind them that they were in a parliamentary sitting. "Allow me to deal with the matter. Let us have good behavior," she said, before proceeding to tell Mr. Hilton why she would not allow the motion to be taken. Before addressing him, Dalrymple Filbert made it abundantly clear that if indeed the leader of opposition business is referring to the video that is being circulated across social media platforms, she says that she would like that before making a ruling to state very clearly that I have seen the video and what I have seen in the video cannot be condoned, whether it be by a member of parliament or a man on the street. I want to make this country aware of the fact that these issues are not and will not be tolerated by this government or this parliament at any time. The Speaker was adamant that in respect to Hilton's motion for suspension, she had to be guided by the laws of the land and by the standing orders of the House. While stating that Parliament is the highest court of the land, Dalrymple Filbert argued that members of Parliament have to be so guided. She said that no charges have been laid against Wright by the police and there has been no formal complaint made against him. She stated that she viewed the video and she watched it several times, but she said that she cannot recognize definitively any person in that video, and neither the police have identified Mr. Wright as being the man in the video. A lawyer by training, Mrs. Dalrymple Filbert said that if anyone that has something relevant and can identify the person in the video, then that person will be charged. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the matters that have been discussed in this session. Do you agree with the Member of Parliament from the People's National Party that this gentleman should be suspended? Thanks for watching. Goodbye.